Good morning, students. So the last class we had seen the topic is what? Two bodies is connected in a horizontal surface, right? So here the topic is motion of connected bodies, right? So here a body is connected to a inextensible string. Okay. So for example, if you consider any object which is connected to a string, right? So when you apply some force on it, it may move either vertically or horizontally. Okay. So at that time it will produce some tension on the string and also it affects the acceleration. Okay. So in that topic we have two cases we are going to discuss here. Okay. So the first topic is vertical motion and the second one is what? Horizontal motion. Okay. We'll see one by one. And the first topic is what is it here? Vertical motion. Okay. This is a diagram of this topic here. So in vertical motion we just consider two blocks of masses M1 and M2. Right. So this M1 is greater than what is it here? M2. Right. So in these two masses are connected to an inextensible string here and it passes over the pulley. Right. So here T is the tension is acting along the string and this A is the acceleration. Okay. So once you pull down the mass of M here, automatically this mass M2 will move upwards here. Right. So in the first case of mass M1, it will move downwards, means that is the acceleration acting in the downward direction here. So automatically the mass M2 will move what? Upwards. So the acceleration acting in the upward direction here. Okay. So this T is the tension is acting along the string and this downward motion, you know it, that will be a, what is that? Gravitational force is acting here. So for the mass M1 it is M1g. Okay. For the mass M2 it is what? M2g here. And here for mass M1 the acceleration is acting downwards here. For mass M2 the acceleration what is that? Acting upwards here. Okay. And this is a free body diagram of this figure. So free body diagram means we know it what? We have to consider the object to be a point mass, right? So this is a point mass, that is M1. So in which two forces are acting here? So the tension force is acting upwards and M1g is acting what? Downwards. And this is for M2. The same thing. Tension is acting along upwards and M2g is what? Gravitational force is acting downwards here. So in that what we are going to see here? So in that we have to find out what is the tension is acting along the string and what is the acceleration here. Okay, which means when you pull the block of mass M1 here, automatically this block of mass M2 will move upwards, right? So which means it can affect the acceleration here, because in one case it moves downwards, in other case what? It moves upwards here. So it affects the acceleration here. So we have to find out what is the tension is acting along the string and what is the acceleration. Okay, so in which we have to apply what? Newton's second law of motion. And we know the formula, right? What? F vector equal to M into A vector. So first we have to consider for a body of mass M1 here. So in which we have to apply the Newton's second law, that is F vector equal to M into what? A vector here, right? So we know F is a force, M is a mass, A is a acceleration. So F is the total force here. Okay. So see, for the block of mass M1, in which two forces are acting here. One is a, what is it here? Tension force. Another one is M1g force. So when we add these two forces, we can get what? Total force F vector here. Okay. So that is what we are doing here. So the tension is acting on the string, I said. Okay. So it is acting upwards, means the unit vector is what is it here? J cap, because it is acting in the y direction. This is x direction. This is what here? Y direction. So tension is acting along positive y direction, right? And this M1g is acting along negative y direction. Okay. So positive y direction means we know it. The unit vector is what? Plus j cap, right? So negative y direction, the unit vector is what is that? Minus j cap. Okay. So these two forces acting equal opposite here. So we have to subtract these two forces, right? So I said it is Tj cap. We have to put what is it here? Unit vector here. So Tj cap minus of M1g j cap, because T positive direction and M1g is what is that? Negative direction. So T plus j cap and minus M1g what is that? J cap equal to M into A. So M1 for body of mass M1, no? So we have to put what? M1 into minus j cap. Because of what? The acceleration is acting along the negative y direction here. So we have to put what? equation number 1, right? So the next case is, so first we have here consider the body of mass m1. So in that we got the equation number is 1. Next we have to consider for a body of mass what? m2, right? So the same thing we have to apply here. Apply what? Newton's second law of motion. And we know the formula. What it is? F vector equal to, what is that? M into A vector, right? So the body of mass m2 also, in that two forces happening here. One is the tension force, another is what is that? M2G forces, right? So here these two forces also what? Equal and opposite to each other. So we have to subtract the forces, right? And here the one thing is, here the acceleration is acting upwards here, right? Which means what is the vector here? Plus J cap for acceleration and plus J cap for tension and minus J cap for what? M2G, right? So that is what we are applying here. So for F means for total force, we have to apply the two forces. So it is acting downwards, no? That's what we are doing. What is it here? Spring subtraction, right? So it is T J cap minus of M2G J cap equal to M into it is A J cap. Here it is positive sign. Why? Because the acceleration is acting in the positive y direction. So it is plus J cap. Okay. So the same thing, comparing components on both sides, the J cap will get what? Cancel, right? So T minus M2G equal to M2A. So we got the second equation. So by adding these two equations, we can get the, what is the acceleration equation here? Okay. So by adding this 1 and 2 equation, we can get what? M1G minus of T equal to, what is that? M1A plus T minus of M2G equal to M2A. Okay. So this plus T minus T gets cancelled. Remaining term is M1G minus of M2G equal to M1A plus M2A. Okay. So you see in both terms here, G is common, so I take it outside. Here A is common, I take it outside. Okay. So we have to calculate what is acceleration only. Okay. So from this, so this M1 and M2, this goes to denominator here. We can get what? What is the acceleration? So A equal to M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into what is that? G. Okay. So for this case, we got that if block of mass M1 is greater than what is that? M2. So that we get acceleration equal to M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into what is that? G. Okay. Suppose if you are considering if two block of mass is having equal, the masses could be equal. At that time, what becomes the acceleration here? By chance, that is M1 is equal to M2. By putting M1 is equal to M2, what becomes the acceleration here? In this case, this M1 is equal to what is it? M2. So by putting M2 here, M2 minus M2 is what is it here? 0. 0 by anything is 0. So A could be equal to what? 0. So if two masses are equal, that is M1 equal to M2, we get the acceleration. What is that? 0. Which means there is no acceleration is acting on the system. So which means the whole body is considered to be at rest only. Okay. So we got the first thing is what is the acceleration. So next we have to see what is the tension is acting along the string. Okay. So we calculate the acceleration equation. That is we got what? A equal to M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. Right. So next we have to calculate what is the tension is acting along the string. Right. Okay. So we have to substitute this A equation in equation 2. Okay. So what is equation 2? We got T minus M2G equal to M2A. So T minus M2G equal to M2 into, so A equation we have to substitute here. M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. Okay. So here this minus of M2G when it goes to this side becomes what? Positive. So T equal to M2G plus M2 into M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. Okay. So see here also M2G is here and here also M2G is here. So we take it commonly outside. Okay. So remaining term is 1 plus M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2. Right. So next step is we have to cross multiply here. So what will you get here? So T equal to M2G and remaining M1 by doing cross multiplication M1 plus M2 plus M1 minus of M2 magnitude. But we know it generally acceleration is a vector quantity. Okay, so in vector notation, for a body of mass m1, this a vector is equal to what is that? Minus of m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g j cap. Why I put a minus in here? Because for a body of mass m1, this acceleration is acting on what is that? Downwards. So look at the picture, you can see there. Okay. So it is acting on downwards. So the vector is what is it here? Minus of j cap. That's what I put here. Minus of m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g j cap. Okay. So for a body of mass m2, the equation is what? A vector equal to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g j cap. Here it is what is a positive sign only. Because for a mass m2, the acceleration is acting along the positive y direction here. Okay. So this is what the equation acceleration, tension is acting along the vertical motion. Right. So next one is horizontal motion. Okay. So this is the second case of horizontal motion. So first case we had seen is what is that? Vertical motion. Right. So here the second one is horizontal motion. So look at the diagram. Here there is a table. Here these two blocks of masses m1 and m2 is hanging over the pulley here. Right. But see, here the mass m2 is fixed on a horizontal surface. And here the mass m1 is hanging over the pulley. Okay. So once you give force to the block of mass m1, and automatically m2 is made to move. Right. But here, when the block of mass m1 is made to move the downward direction. Right. Which means there is an acceleration acting along the negative y direction. Okay. So the same time, the block mass m2 is made to move in the positive x direction. Okay. So we know it. So there will be a tension is acting along the string here. So this here for block of mass m1, the tension is acting along the string in upward direction. Right. But here for mass m2, the tension is acting along the string in the positive x direction here. Okay. So here the figure diagram of this figure. So for the body of mass m1, this one. So tension is acting upwards and downward gravitational force is acting what? Downwards here. So it is m1g here. Okay. So the block of mass m2 this one, and we know it generally in upward normal force will exist, right? And in downwards it is what is that here? m2g, that is gravitational force. But here you see the tension is acting along the positive x direction here. So the tension is acting along the positive x direction. So these two are the free body diagram of this figure. Okay. So the same case what we had done in the vertical motion, that is we are going to follow here, right? So first case what is that? We have to apply Newton's second law of motion, right? So it is F vector equal to m into what? A vector. So first we have to consider for a body of mass what? m1. So for a mass m1, we know it F means total force. We have to add what are the forces acting on the body here, right? So in which two forces acting here? One is tension force, another one is what is it here? m1g force. Okay. So tension force is acting upwards. So it is positive y direction. So unit vector is what? Plus j cap. Okay. And this m1g is acting downward. It is minus y direction here. Unit vector is what is it here? Minus j cap. So we have to subtract these two forces. Okay. So it is t j cap minus of m1g j cap equal to what? M into, that is m1, the body of mass m1 into a minus j cap. Because the acceleration is acting what? Downwards here. So it is minus j cap. Okay. So next step is what is that? We have to compare the components on both sides. Okay. So each j cap will get cancelled. The remaining term is t minus m1g equal to minus of m1a. Okay. This is equation number 1 for this horizontal motion. Okay. So next is for a body of mass m2. For mass m2 we have to take the same thing applying Newton's second law, that is F vector equal to m into a general formula. So F means the same total force. What is it here? For here only what? Tension is acting on the string here. Okay. So it is in x direction. So the unit vector is what is it here? I cap. So it is positive x, no? So it is plus I cap here. Okay. So T I cap equal to m2 into a I cap. Okay. And here also it is positive acceleration. Because once you pull this mass m1, the object can move this side only. So the acceleration happening in the positive direction only. Okay. So we put in positive sign here. So T I cap equal to m2a into I cap. Okay. So next step is we have to compare the components equal to m2 into a. Okay, and you see that for a body of mass m2, there is no acceleration acting in the y direction here, because the body can move along the positive x direction only. There is no acceleration acting in the y direction. Okay, so the same thing we have to apply Newton's second law only. So F vector equal to m into a vector. So F is total force. So along in the free body diagram, in the y direction, two forces acting here. One is normal force and the other is what is it here? M2g force, right? So n j cap minus m2g j cap equal to 0. Why I put 0 here? Because there is no acceleration acting in the y direction. So it is 0. So by comparing components on both sides, so j cap gets cancelled, right? So n minus m2g equal to 0. So it goes to this side. Is n equal to m2 into g. So normal force is exactly equal to the downward gravitational force for the block of mass what? m2. So n equal to m2 into g. Okay. So next we have to calculate the tension and acceleration also. Okay. So what I am doing, I am just substituting the equation 2 in equation 1 here. Okay. So what is equation 2? T equal to m2a. And what is equation 1 we got there? T minus m1g equal to minus m1k. I have to substitute this T equation in this equation number 1. Okay. So what will you get here? This T is nothing but m2a minus of m1g equal to minus m1a. Okay. I want the acceleration only. So what I am doing here is m2a. This minus of m1a will come to this side. It becomes what? Positive. So plus m1a equal to this minus of m1g will come this side. It becomes what? Positive. So it is plus m1g. Okay. So see here, a is common here. So I take it outside. So m1 plus m2 into a equal to m1g. So what is the acceleration? A equal to m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. Okay. So here we got the acceleration for a horizontal motion. So next we have to know what the tension is acting along the string. Okay. So substitute this acceleration equation in the tension equation. That is equation number 2. So equation 2 we got what? T equal to m2a. So T equal to m2 into, and the a equation is what? m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is the tension equation for acting along the string for horizontal motion. Okay. So in vertical motion we got what is that? T equal to 2m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Okay. Now in horizontal we got m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. So by comparing these two both cases, okay, for vertical and horizontal, we can get the tension in the string for horizontal is half of the tension for what is that? Vertical motion. This is a very, very important topic. Okay. And this vertical and horizontal. For vertical motion, this application is used in what is that? Like what lift cranes like that. Okay. For horizontal motion, this is mostly applicable in industrial purpose for conveyor belts only. Okay. So this is very important. So in this you will form what is the acceleration and what is the tension here. Okay. The next topic is concurrent force and Lamar's theorem. Okay. So the first one is concurrent force. So what do you mean by concurrent force? Here, see here, look at the diagram. It is F1 vector, F2 vector and F3 vector. These are what is that? These are nothing but forces. Okay. So if these in concurrent forces, what will happen? If the lines of forces will act at the same point. At that time the forces have to be what is that? Concurrent forces. These F1 vector force, F2 vector force and F3 vector force, and all these forces will act at the common point. At that time we should say this force is called as what? Concurrent forces. Okay. So the one thing is the concurrent force need not to be act in the same plane. Okay. Suppose if they act in the same plane, this concurrent force is also called as what? Coplanar forces. That is nothing but concurrent force. Okay. The next topic is what is that? Lamar's theorem. Okay. So what do you mean by Lamar's theorem? Listen, if these in concurrent forces, right? Between the system of three concurrent forces and coplanar forces, they are said to be in static equilibrium. So at that time we can state the Lamar's theorem here. Okay. So in this theorem what I said here, so Lamar's theorem states that the magnitude of each force of the system modulus of f1 vector by sin alpha equal to modulus of f2 vector by sin beta equal to modulus of f3 vector by sin gamma equal to what? Constant. This is a very important formula. That is nothing but what is it here? Lamar's theorem. Okay, that's it.